Hi there, it's Graham Cardona here of Local Viral Buzz. Today I'm going to briefly cover mobile website design and optimization and why, as a local business owner, you need to seriously think about this. But first, why even bother with mobile phone websites and optimization? You're probably thinking, wow, what's with the morbid image and this subheadline that the internet as we know it is dead? Long live the internet. Well, in a way, the internet is dying as we know it today, but that doesn't mean that you still can't do well with the internet and with SEO and websites. No, there's still a heck of a lot of money still to be made on the internet. The point I'm making is that you're not going to get any more people sitting in front of their computer than they already are. Most of the people that are going to get online, they're already online. So we kind of reached the plateau. It's not growing in leaps and bounds anymore, and it's growing much slower. In a way, it's beginning its slow descent, its demise or funeral, if we continue with the same theme. The headline is in fact from an article by Anderson and Wolff in Wired Web, which talked about the decline of the World Wide Web amid the rise of mobile apps for the iPhone and iPad. They said that the world of consumers are increasingly choosing not because they're rejecting the idea of the web, but because these dedicated platforms often just work better or fit better into their lives. The fact that it is easier for companies to make money on these platforms only cements the trend. The bottom line is this: people are interested in accessing all of this web content and information on their mobile device. That's what people love. That's what they're addicted to. But I probably don't have to tell you this. You probably have a mobile within reach right now and probably don't ever turn it off, even when you go to bed. And that's the thing. Your customers are exactly the same. And if you can learn or at least leverage the power of mobile to extend your reach and to get your message out to your local customers and clients more easily and more effectively than you are currently, then that's a very powerful marketing medium for you. Wouldn't you agree? People are addicted to their phones and love to be able to do all these things on their mobile because it's just so convenient and portable. So if you can effectively deliver your message in a format that can be viewed on a mobile device, they will love you for it. Sounds great. But at the end of the day, you've got to make money, right? Because why else would you do it? Well, you can make money, and I will prove it. But let me repeat what Anderson and Wolff said, which is underlined on the current slide. The fact that it's easier for companies to make money on these platforms only cements the trend. That trend being that the internet as we know it is slowly dying. So the big question is, can you as a business owner, a consultant, an entrepreneur, make money with this? It is in fact easier right now to make money with mobile than with the internet. Let me show you. Morgan Stanley published a 600-page detailed report about internet trends, but interestingly, about 80% was talking about mobile. And what they said was this: mobile will be bigger than desktop internet in 5 years. And I believe that they said that before the release of the iPad, and we know how successful that was, which has just accelerated the trend to mobile devices. So we're probably reaching tipping points sometime very soon as mobile web users outnumbers desktop users. The yellow line on the graph on this slide is showing the growth of mobile, and the green line, the flatter growth of the internet as it plateaus, with mobile soon to eclipse desktop users by around the year 2014, according to Morgan Stanley sources. Nothing in the history of technology has been adopted so quickly and furiously by the public than mobile usage. That means that if you are just promoting and marketing your business, just on the internet or in the old media platforms, you're going to be missing out on most of the audience. In fact, you're already missing them because according to a Nelson report, an average user only sits in front of his computer 2.5 hours a day. So what are they doing all those other hours? They're not on their computer. They're on the go. They're in their car. They're shopping. They're meeting with friends. And what do they always have? A mobile device. And guess what? I bet you're not there. You've got to change that picture. Mobile is a whole new market. It's like the beginning of the internet. The only difference is, this time round, you don't have to worry about whether it will catch on and be embraced by the public, because it already has. Apparently there's already nearly as many mobile devices as there are people on the planet. Your customers are already on mobile. They've got their credit cards in their hands and they're ready to buy. If you had a mobile site and you were doing mobile marketing, you'd be selling to that mobile audience. The only reason that you're not is because you're not there. I know that a lot of you are into Facebook and other social media platforms. But here's a statistic that many people don't know, and that's that mobile users make up nearly 50% of total users on Facebook, and the numbers for Twitter is around 55% and climbing. That's why there's so much noise about mobile. But if you've been following the news on Facebook and Twitter, you'll know that they've been doing more and more with mobile, with Facebook just announcing that they'll be introducing mobile ads for the first time on their social media platform. Twitter also said that they were expanding into mobile ads. The big social networking sites know from their own in-house analytics that this is where the internet is going, and that most people are moving over to using mobile devices to connect with the web. So where is all this heading? We only have to look at what's happening in Japan, who are around 4 to 5 years ahead of the US and 7 to 8 years ahead of the UK and Europe. Looking at the chart on this next slide on monthly page views on Mixi. Mixi is Japan's leading social networking site. On the left of the chart, you can see that back in 2006, only 17% of Mixi members accessed their site on a mobile device. But fast forward to 2009, and you see that figures jumped to 72% of Mixi members accessing the site with mobile. That's going to be Facebook. Facebook knows this, and that's why they're gearing up to make mobile the primary platform for accessing their social site. Google, eBay, Amazon, PayPal, they're all working to make their networks compatible with mobile devices. They all know that the trend is towards mobile. That's why we need to change the picture for many local businesses in Milton Keynes, or for wherever you are, as this is a shift that is happening in every town and city across the globe. So that's where we're going. If you're into social media, Facebook, for example, you've got to do mobile. If you're into search engines and SEO, you've got to do mobile because that's where the web is going. Now here's another chart that talks about revenue from mobile. On the right side is the amount of revenue generated from mobile internet in Japan in 2000 and in 2008. See how it has increased? And over on the right side is the rest of the world in 2008. What it's basically saying is that it's like déjà vu. What's going on in the rest of the world is what's happening in Japan around 8 years ago. It's telling us what is going to be happening in the rest of the world. But it's the last Morgan & Stanley presentation slide that is most telling. And it says, rapid ramp of mobile internet usage will be a boon to consumers, and some companies will likely win big, potentially very big, while many will wonder what just happened. That says it all. You are either going to get in or you're going to sit back and wonder what just happened. The customers are already there, and even the large companies are trying to catch up because consumers are already waiting with credit cards in hand, ready to buy. You can either move there and get set up and start selling, or you can sit back and wonder, what just happened? What this is saying is that mobile isn't an option. If you are a business owner, it's not optional whether you have an answering machine. Today, if a person phones your business and you don't have an answering machine, they'll probably say, God, who are these people? They don't even have an answering machine. That's the way it is on mobile right now. People are looking for your mobile site. They're searching for your stuff on mobile. They're trying to interact with you on mobile. And if you're not there, well, somebody else will get your business. And if you are there, you're going to have more business than you can handle because you're in early. You're in early on the curve. The only businesses right now that are getting into mobile in a big way are the big companies. You just have to look at the news any day. It's headline after headline after headline. Mobile data traffic is up 5,000% over a 3-year period. And mobile phone users are beginning to use smartphones as their primary computer and TV. Next time you're out and about, just look around and see just how invasive and widespread mobile is and how people are using their mobiles. And what's interesting is that over the last 2 years, people are getting increasingly used to buying stuff with their mobile device. eBay expects consumers to buy and sell $8 billion of merchandise in 2012. The figure for Amazon as at July 2010, as we know, was $1 billion spent using a mobile device. Now, I know you're not Google, you're not eBay or Amazon, maybe you're just a small family-run business. But what this is telling you is that the big boys are training your future customers. Customers are buying here, there and everywhere. So when they come to you, they've probably already bought on eBay and bought through PayPal. Which means you won't have to train your customers because they've already done it. Right now, they're just waiting for you to stick something in front of their nose. So let's just wrap up with this explosive graph. This next graph shows purchasing intent between mobile users versus desktop online users across multiple age groups. What it tells us is that across all age ranges, the likelihood someone will buy on a mobile device averages over 3 times than buyers on computers. God, when I saw that, my jaw dropped. Imagine having access to a large number of customers with credit card in hand, just waiting to buy from you. Plus, the competition is so much lower, and apparently it's at least 3 times harder to sell online right now than it is on a mobile. I mean, competition on the internet is fierce. It's hard work to get ranked. But on mobile, well, that's a completely different story. All you need to do is show up where they can find you. So what's the fastest path to cash? Well, the first thing you need to do is to develop your mobile phone website. That's the foundational interface that you'll need in order to effectively communicate with mobile users. Once you've got that going, then you can start optimizing and reaching out to a very large number of buying customers. So whether you're creating your mobile website in-house or outsourcing it, let's just take a very quick look at some of the main features to look out for in order to create a well-optimized, high-converting mobile website.